guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm taking a look at the Transformers Titans Returns Mindwipe. Now, I have always loved Mindwipe. I don't know what it is exactly, but I think he's one of the coolest Decepticons out there. I love the Revenge of the Fallen toy, and I just think he's a pretty cool looking character, even the original one. Now, as far as this is concerned, I think the Bat mode is not good. I actually think it's very ugly. Now, I do understand, considering that he's a bat, they're not sometimes the prettiest thing to look at, and especially when you're going at a Decepticon look to it. I do understand what they're going for. I just don't like the idea of it. The head is fine, and I do like the idea that the wings are the legs. I think that's a pretty interesting part of the transformation. And I don't mind that too much. It's mostly everything else. The body, I kind of don't like, but it's not that big of a deal. It's mostly the arms that transform into the legs. I just don't think that looks good. There's something about it that I really just don't like, and I'm so put off by that, and it's just, I really don't like that. As far as the articulation is concerned, you get a bunch of joints in the wings, so that's pretty good, but you can't really do much as far as up here is concerned. You don't really have a lot of articulation with that. It's mostly just you can flap the wings. He does have this bit that attaches onto the back to form a tail. I don't think that's fantastic, but I do understand what they're going for with that. You can attach the gun onto the back there. I kind of like how this part of the gun, or this weapon attaches. I think that looks fine, but it's mostly this. Hell, the back of this bat, I have never really looked at, but I think that looks fine, actually. I think there's some nice detail going on with that. And I don't even necessarily mind the feet, just flat out right there. But it's just the front of it just doesn't look right to me. I don't like the look of the head. I'm kind of torn between it, because I understand what they're going for, and I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. So I'm not exactly sure what I think about it. You can open the mouth, which is nice. Now, the legs aren't supposed to have articulation because they plug into place, but you can pop them out and do whatever you want with that. But again, that's not necessarily what it's meant to do, but you could do that. The coloring is fine. I'm not sure about this brownish color, but it's whatever. Anyways, you can add the Titan Master inside there, which is something I really like. Just something about that I find kind of cool. No real paint. It's mostly just black and purple. That's pretty much it. You do get the head on the back, but for the main Titan Master himself, you don't really get much. So there's that. You can take the weapons off and you can plug them onto the wings if you like. That is pretty much it for the Bat mode. Just not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of it. You can take the guns and plug them off, like so. Separate them. And you could just have the bat. And, again, I kind of like the wings, but I kind of don't. It's mostly just I kind of like, but I kind of don't with this toy. That's pretty much the majority of how I feel about it. I want to like it more, but I just can't. So, with that out of the way, that's pretty much how I feel about the alt mode. If you feel different, that's fine. I wish the hands could move, but that's pretty much how I feel. Anyways, transformation. You want to flip down the feet and separate the arms from the wings and bring that up like so. Take the head, flip that up, and rotate that down. Take the arms and move them up for right now. And take these little wings and, oh, they rotate the other way. I guess I didn't really need to do that. Rotate these little wings out and around, and I like to just move them out like so. Take these arm bits, rotate them down and around, and rotate that like so. Next, flip out the hand, and there you have the robot arms. So just flip that down and around, like so, rotate, and flip out the hand. Next, what you want to do for the legs is pretty much just rotate this around and then collapse the legs around. And then this end of the wing will tab right there. Not really a secure tab, but it's just something to hold it in place. Do the same thing to the other side. Rotate that wing bit around and close that. And there you have the legs. And there you have Mindwipe in his robot mode. Now, Mindwipe in his robot mode looks pretty cool. But let's attach the weapons. Now, for this, what you want to do, if you want to add the Titan Master, is open this up. You can add the Titan Master inside that, and then fold that back up. Or you can leave that out if you want. And you can plug the gun in like so, and have something like that. If you want to go for a lockdown mode, you can add the gun onto the top there. But what else you can do is, of course, separate the weapons and just give them the actual weapons. What you can also do is just add this like so and have some weird face going on with that. You can flip these out like so or leave them back. I think that's funny. Anyways, so rotate that out like so. You can take the gun, basic gun, but I love the look of it, and leave it like that. You can take this claw weapon, you can plug that onto the side. You can also do the same thing for this weapon, even though it has this little bit off to the side. The arm itself is hollow on the side there, and then it has these two bits of plastic that hold that in place. So you can do whatever you want with that. What I like to do for both weapons is hold them into the hand, because I just don't feel like they look that good on the side. Especially this weapon. This weapon looks fine on the side, it's just, it feels better as a handheld weapon. And you can rotate the head around and plug that onto there. And there you have Mindwipe completely in his robot mode. Now, he's kind of a bland robot. There's not really much going on with it that's that exciting, except for the bat wings and whatnot. The gun is kind of basic, the articulation is fine, but he just looks overall kind of basic. But he's not bad. The purple and black look very nice, and the kind of reddish brown color scheme actually fits in a little bit more. The head looks good, I like that. Yes, you do get the bat head. You can flip that up if you want, even though you're going to see the bat ears on the back, but that might be a good thing. But one of the things I don't like is the feet. They just kind of flop around. Not too bad, but, you know, there is some sort of floppiness going on with them. But he can still stand. You know, he's light enough to where he can stand, which might be a bad thing, might be a good thing. I kind of like the claw weapon. You know, you do get the basic articulation. Again, you rotate the head around, that's on a ball joint. Ball joint, rotation, hinge. Rotation right here. Double joint in the elbow. You could also bend the hand down like so. Waist articulation, which is very nice. Forward, back, out and in, knee articulation, and foot articulation. So, some pretty good articulation going on with that. You can also move the wings however you wish. So, yeah, pretty cool. Again, very basic, but he looks good. Size comparison, here we have Chrome Dome. And now that I finally have Mindwipe, I can finally bring out these two other characters. So that's good. I like these. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm so happy. So, with that out of the way, do I recommend Mindwipe? Not for the alt mode entirely. I don't think it's a good looking alt mode. If you like the alt mode, that's fine. That's, you know, for you. I just don't really care for the alt mode. As far as the robot mode is concerned, I really like the robot mode. I think it's nice. Again, very basic, but that's not a bad thing. I think it looks good. You know, very Decepticon-like, especially with the big Decepticon logo and the color scheme. And, you know, he just works as a toy. So, not exciting, especially for a Transformer like this, but he's definitely not bad. So, I got him from ages 3 and up. So if you guys want to get him, go ahead and get him from them. They had a box full of Mindwipes when I was at the toy fair. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a lot of them still left over. I could be wrong about that. But if they have them available, I will link them I'll link it down in the description below. So you guys can go ahead and see for yourself. But anyways, with that said, I really do like Mindwipe as far as his robot mode, His alt mode, I'm not sure, but I think he looks good nonetheless. So anyways, with that said, I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.